Okay, so over here, I would want to briefly discuss how the cash book looks like for a firm. So remember, a company would prepare a sales day book to record sales, purchases day book, purchase return day book, sales return day book, and the cash book. Cash book is where the company will record inflows and outflows. So the debit side is where you record your inflows, and credit side is where you record your outflows. All cash inflows and bank inflows will go over here. Cash outflows and bank outflows should go over here. So any cash sale, I'll record that here. Trade receivable. If let's say trade receivable is paid through check or bank, it will go over here. Now with trade receivable, you can also get your discount allowed. So you might give your customers some discount. That discount should be recorded over here to show the amount of discount allowed. All right, so there can be some other inflows as well, income, interest, any anything through cash and bank will be recorded over here. On the outflow side, the primary outflow should be payments to trade payables. Over here, you will also record your discount received. What's discount received? Discount received is where you have received this discount on your payment to your supplier, so that goes over here. Any payments made for expenses will also go on the outflow side, purchase of non-current asset, etc. Any other outflow can come here. And then we need to locate our closing balances by adding the debit side and subtracting the credit side. So that's the cash book. Now, one thing to note, this cash book has been prepared by the company. At the same time, a bank would also keep a record of your bank transactions. Obviously, not for cash transactions, but your bank transactions will also be maintained by your bank account since they have your account, and all inflows and outflows will also appear over there. So the bank will draw something called a bank statement. Now, a bank statement should look something like this. Yeah, so over here you can see in your bank statement there'll be a balance, a debit column, and your credit column. Okay, now the first thing to note here is that your bank statement will be the opposite of your cash book. The reason for that is simple.
Quick pause. If you're finding value in this explanation, there's so much more to discover. At Alt Academy, we break down every A-level concept with the same level of clarity. Now, let's continue.
So what you can think of it is like this. When a company opens up a bank account, for the company that's an asset because the company is depositing its money over there, so that's an asset for the company. But with the bank is taking your deposit, and for the bank, depositors are a liability. So for bank, the customer becomes a liability, but for the company, that's an asset because they've kept their money with the bank. So it should be opposite. So now in a bank statement, what will happen? All inflows should go on the credit side. Remember in the cash book, what we saw, inflows were going on the debit side, but with the bank statement, inflows will go on the credit side and all outflows should go on the debit side. All right, so we're primarily talking about our bank account, and that should be our ending balance. Now, our job over here is to do the following. So after the company has prepared its cash book, it will also reconcile its cash book with the bank statement, because very often there can be transactions that can be missed by both the company in the cash book and the bank in the bank statement. So all transactions that the company has missed out, they can find it in the bank statement on the credit side or on the debit side. We can take an example. The bank might charge you service charges at the end of the month, but you have no record of that. That will appear as an outflow in the bank statement, right? So let's say you received a dividend income from a company that you invested, but that record has not been shared with you as yet, but that will appear as an inflow in the bank statement. Similarly, the bank can also omit certain transactions that the company has done, but it has not been processed as yet. So let's say we gave a check to a supplier, but the supplier has not processed the check or deposited in the bank. It will not appear as an outflow in the bank statement, but it will appear as an outflow in your cash book. Right? So now our job at the end is to reconcile our cash book and our bank statement, and they both should result in the same balance. So in the next video, I will teach you guys how to reconcile your cash book and bank statement and to detect entries that have been missing from either the cash book or the bank statement. And we can see that our balance should reconcile at the end after these corrections.
Our complete A levels accounting course is waiting for you on our website. In addition to accounting, you can also find business, economics, maths, and 4 other full A level offerings. So, thousands of students who've already unlocked their potential. Visit All to Get Me right now.